Everybody, welcome back to my channel, Miss Linda C. Jones. And as you can see, I'm on the road right now, and I'm with my awesome, sweet, wonderful cousin.
That's me.
That's her, Susan. Any opening words, Susan?
Hello, y'all.
Hey. So I thought, as I was discussing with my cousin, that I would do a video about never giving up and not allowing anyone to steal your joy. So I'm going to try to make this somewhat brief, but share a little bit of a faith story with you that my cousin Susan and I encountered today. It was actually a beautiful story of faith. So as we're driving along, just on a side note, I am about to experience the blessing of meeting a relative that I've never met before, and I'm incredibly excited about that. My grandmother helped raise me and my sister when we were growing up, and there is yet one living sibling left, and I'm about to meet her. And this was totally a surprise from my cousin Susan, and she came in town and she wanted to share that joy with me. And so, Susan, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. And I'm very excited about this and very happy for this little respite from, the everyday work life. Okay, so over the weekend, in the midst of knowing that I've been surrounded by blessings, because we all are, that would be number 3. Never forget that in the midst of so many things that we can deal with that are difficult to deal with, trials and tribulations, number 1, never forget that you're still surrounded by blessings. Number 2, never allow anyone to steal your joy. And number 3, never give up. So, over the weekend, there was a little something that happened before Susan got in town. Really was not a pleasant experience at all. And unfortunately, unpleasant experiences have a tendency to stay with us. And then we woke up today and my taxes would have already been done. But being a musician, I collect quite a few W-2s. And so that's my reason, and I'm sticking to it, as why my taxes have not been done yet. So the first place that we visited was very rude. Any other words about that, Susan?
No.
Just very to the point where I was on the verge of my joy being stolen, me of all people. I was on the verge of giving up that the taxes were not going to be done till the last minute. So in a spirit of trying to hang on, in an effort of never giving up, we tried another establishment. And then the miracles started to abound. And I'm going to hand it over to Susan because I would love for you all to hear her interpretation of this, which is very similar to mine. Susan?
I'm driving.
That's okay. What would you say about the second establishment?
Well, the second establishment was like night had turned to day. The darkness was gone. The light was shining. The most pleasant, willing to help ladies and who were actually two were volunteers, and then during the tax season, and the others were regular employees at this place, and they were just the most uplifting, upbeat Christian ladies. It was
so incredibly,
blessing, yeah.
Yes, so incredibly Christ-like. And the other thing is that the ladies could see that visibly I was shaken. And I'll just go ahead and share with all of you, my YouTube family and friends, I was very shaken up. I actually began to cry because, as Susan said, it was like night and day. We went from total disrespect to total respect, professionalism, caring, kindness. It was a phenomenal experience, and the lady was so passionate about reminding me to never allow anyone to steal my joy. when Susan and I were leaving, Susan said there's definitely a spirit in this place. So my lesson to you, or my thoughts to share with each and every one of you, is that, we all grew up hearing about the little train that could. I think I can. At some point, most of us have been blessed to hear what I just said: never give up. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And I was pretty much on the verge of not having the taxes done today and possibly having to do them at the last minute. And so we tried this one other place, and honestly, I could feel the blessings showering down on both of us. And I could even tell from my cousin Susan, as she witnessed just how awful I felt about the previous experience, I could see that Susan was uplifted. I could see that she was uplifted in the difference in people. And I've often advised friends that when they've had, for example, very negative customer relations, public service experiences, whether it be by phone or in person. I should have known this. I've actually advised people, hang up the phone and call again, and another representative will answer, and you will have an entirely different experience just by speaking to a different person. That's pretty much all, folks. Never give up. Keep trying. Never, ever, ever allow someone to steal your joy. Because that first experience, shame on them. But guess what, people? My joy is back. I don't think it was ever fully gone. So that's my little, message for the day. And I would love for the soothing vocal tones of Susan to share a few more words with you of inspiration as we close out this video from the road. Susan?
Folks, just remember, what you say and how you say it has an effect on everyone you meet.
Amen.
Just remember that. Once you say it, you can't take it back. To be a help to lift someone up when they're down is such a blessing to them also. So just remember, when you be an encourager, being a helpful person to someone today.
Amen. And in the immortal words of my dearly departed friend Janice, Janice had many sayings that will stick with me forever, and one of them was, we do the best we can. And in the immortal words of my mother's twin sister, my dear departed Aunt Ruby, when things like this would happen, she would say, just let it flow. So we are letting it flow. And again, I want to thank all of you so much. You guys have been so encouraging and so amazing here on my YouTube channel. So thank you again for liking, subscribing, sharing, and commenting. And my cousin Susan and I would love to hear in the comments down below, has someone ever tried to steal your joy? Or have you ever felt your joy being stolen by someone else's actions? And if so, what did you do to get your groove back? What did you do to reel yourself in? Or who helped you reel yourself in so that you could be reminded in the clearest way possible that every day is a new beginning, we can't give up, and we've got to maintain that there is always hope. So that's pretty much it. Let us know what kind of experiences you've had and the beautiful way that you rebounded from something that could have brought you down for much longer than it had to. May God bless and keep you all. Bye. Bye, Susan.
Bye. Bye, Linda.